Namaste, friends. I'm coming live on YouTube for the first time. So, one of the main reasons that I thought of coming live to our friends and subscribers live through YouTube is because of an observation that in practice, I observe that people who are at stress due to various reasons are uh, getting sick through this COVID pandemic easily, irrespective of their uh, other health indexes, even if they are not in high risk group of COVID-19 infection. So people who are very young, who are otherwise not having any lifestyle diseases, etc., are getting infected easily, and they tend to develop uh, complications or severe symptoms, even if they were not listed under the risk groups. We know that this third wave of pandemic, especially with the Omicron variant, is found to be less virulent in terms of its aggressive symptoms and fatality. But still, we see some people getting serious symptoms. And when I looked at some of those incidences personally, and when I look Bodele, Namaste, when I look at the publications recently about COVID-19, that also shows that stress, especially it is being assimilated to diseases like chronic fatigue syndrome, or there are many viral infections where there is um, myelitis, chronic myelitis, or acute myelitis kind of symptoms leads to severe fatigue and body ache, and people also take a lot of time to recover from such symptoms. So it seems now much more important to be de-stressed or to be aware of the stress factor than ever before, irrespective of your vaccination status and so-called whether you are falling to the high risk group. It seems like if you are able to manage your stress level, you can keep yourself safer from even getting infected, and even if you are getting infected, becoming asymptomatic. So Ayurveda has always a lot of lifestyle recommendations to improve your immunity, and some of them I want to share to you through this life. We know that Ayurveda speak about three pillars of life, or three sub pillars of life, which is food, sleep, and relationship. These are called as three sub pillars of life that supports the whole life process. And when we study chapters like on lifestyle in the ancient scriptures, we also come to know that how important it is also to do regular exercises. So these are four important factors that we have to consider in our lifestyle: your food, your sleep, your relationship within your partner, life partner, and also relationship with your colleagues, the neighbors, the frequent uh, people that you meet on a daily basis, how you manage the relationship, and then the exercises. So these are four important factors that really helps you in improving your immunity. And the most important, I think, among the meals that we have, the most crucial meal is dinner. The timing of the dinner and what the dinner is made up of. It is just because it is a time when you have food before your sleep time or night time, your activity is supposedly less, and you also are supposed to get enough deep sleep. So if you are not careful about making the dinner 2 to 3 hours earlier to bedtime, lighter and sattvic, uh, if possible, not having any non-vegetarian ingredients in the dinner, and having not much stimulants like spices and too much of salt, pickles, fried food, preserved food, also cold food. If you can avoid those components away from the dinner, making sure that it's warm, light, and sattvic, which is kind of pleasing to the mind. It doesn't have any stimulants, and avoiding alcohol, coffee, and those kinds of things towards dinner time is something which can really help you to digest uh, the dinner easier, and also to make your sleep much more better. So that uh, especially people who have difficulty to fall asleep, and people who wake up during the midnight, towards the midnight, have to really listen to the ingredients, what they eat, how they eat, etc. Because it's a sign that when the peak of digestion is happening, then that is making your whole uh, balance of doshas, or the most of your homeostasis disturbed. So you need to have no fiery ingredients and airy ingredients, especially when people have the habit of disturbed sleep or waking up in between sleep, etc. So this is about the diet component. And of course, we all know that diet should be something that we enjoy, of course. It should be food not only for your gut, but also for your senses. So you should enjoy the taste, you should enjoy the smell, you should enjoy the color, appearance, texture, everything. So this definitely is a very, very important thing. And it's a constant research, as we all know, how you find the right menus that you enjoy, but at the same time it is not causing any imbalance. So just paying a lot of attention towards how you prepare for your dinner. And the next thing is about the sleep, and the sleep time, not later than 10:30 p.m. going to bed, is something which is very important. We know that due to several reasons, especially people who are uh, staying at home because of lockdown or because of work, etc., have now a habit of going to bed much later and getting up later, which is also causing a lot of imbalance and a lot of internal stress in your nervous system and also in your endocrinal system. So, going to bed earlier and getting up towards the sunrise, then uh, making sure that you digest the dinner by that time. So, dinner should be placed in terms of time and its ingredients such that when you get up, you finish digesting the dinner, and the nature's call of going to toilet and urinate wakes you up naturally. So that's the best way of waking up with the nature's call and then eliminating your urges of bowels and bladder, clearing your bowels and bladder. And so that's about the sleep time and keeping the head towards the east or south in the southern pole or the southern hemisphere of the earth is advised by Ayurveda for improved quality of sleep. And not sleeping, if you have an option in the second floor or third floor of a building, if you have an option, then closer to the earth also makes you sleep better. And we all know the places where the water current is there, so is also not a good corner uh, for you to sleep. So accordingly, you select an appropriate place and direction for your bed, which is also important to improve the quality of sleep and avoiding too much of stimulation like screen time, televisions, etc., towards bedtime. The third factor was relationship with people and relationship with uh, your own life is the third factor which you can use to improve the immunity and de-stress yourself. As an example, I will take the fourth thing as an example. The fourth factor I was discussing was about exercise. So, how do you manage or how do you use the exercise time as a de-stressing tool? So, when we exercise, how do you enjoy that freedom of movement and the quality in which every day you improve your movement, how you appreciate your postures, how it is getting better day by day. So, self appreciation and a self contemplament of what you are able to accomplish through each action, not only during exercise, but also during everything that you do. And it is a very important general instruction that comes from Ayurveda that you stop any action before you are exhausted. It is told that kaya vak chetasam cheshta prak sramad vinivartayet is an advice from scripture of Ayurveda. That means your activities, either let it be physical, mental, or even verbal, should be finished, should be stopped before you are exhausted. So, how to know uh, when you're doing exercise whether you have used half of your strength or whether you have exhausted? So, a simple uh, tip that Ayurveda gives is that you have to stop exercise before you start breathing from your heart. That means, in a modern way, we can say we should stop exercise when you're able to talk or when you're not able to talk. So you should not exhaust yourself through exercise. So, of course, for endurance, you need to continue. So you do shavasana or resting pause in between to improve your strength, and then again continue your exercise. So you make pauses in between the process of exercise. You make enough breaks during whatever you do so that you can improve your strength and regain your strength and stamina each time. So appreciating what you're accomplishing through any action, and having enough rest during your physical, verbal, and mental activities. Through these steps, we can make sure that we de-stress ourselves every day, which helps us to improve our immunity, and make sure that you don't push yourself in terms of the time that you spend, and also the strength that you're spending for anything. Let it be your profession, let it be your family time, homemaking, time with friends, whatever it is. So make sure that you have time for everything, but you stop things before you are exhausted, and appreciate all the accomplishments in your life for a kind of a self gratitude to yourself. So hope this helps you to keep reminded of uh, how to listen to these four factors of diet, sleep, relationship within the family and with your work, with your society and neighborhood, and also exercise to de-stress yourself and improve immunity. Thank you for listening. See you next time.